Hey there, everyone. So, the other night I did a little thing where I decided I wanted to take my B6 daily magnet from Auristell and change it into, well, make it as inserts for my rings. I don't know if I showed you guys, but in the coffee cover that's right here, I actually converted it into rings. It has strings, so it's like a TN cover. I took the rings out of my, what is it called? Cloth and paper foundations planner, and just put the strings around the rings, and yeah, so now it is a rings binder. So I decided to take out, well, in this video, I decided to take out just the first month, well, the last 2 weeks of January, because I filmed this on January like 17th or 18th. And I just wanted to do a trial run and see how I like the feel of having this layout in rings. So I'm putting some little cardboard underneath so I don't cut through the pages with the X-Acto knife of the ones that I'm not trying to get. Um yeah, it wasn't that difficult. I'm glad I binded the papers like that so that way they can stay in place and be weighted down. I'm not very good at cutting with an X-Acto knife. Yeah, but it took a couple of tries, but I ended up getting what I needed out of it. But yeah, the reason I wanted to do this was because I do like having my daily magnet and my rings as like a system in itself, but I don't like the fact that I feel like I have to carry both of them because the rings planner was just like kind of basically my brain on paper, as I've said before. And then the daily magnet, I just love the layout, how everything is in order, starting with the month, and then you go to the weekly pages and then the days within the week. Like, I really, really love that. And I was trying to do that in my rings with inserts, but I don't know, I just didn't like how it was looking, and I couldn't find any layouts that really fit me. I was trying to go back and forth and see if I needed a weekly, which I do, but I didn't like any of the weeklies that I was finding online. So I knew this weekly from the Daily Magnet was what I wanted and needed and worked out. So I was able to get the pages out and I hole punched them. Now, I have a section in my rings where it's all like just like scheduling. It's called agenda. So that's where I'm placing it. I don't think I'm going to go and take the previous days because, as you can see here, I have to cut down a little bit more. You see all that leftover hang out. I think it might be because I have too big of rings also. These rings are 30mm rings, and this is a B6 cover from, I want to say it's called MJ's Craze, that off of Etsy. I'll link it down below. I need to start linking stuff down below that I use. But yeah, so it overhangs a lot, and so I had to cut this down on both sides actually. And I was trying to do this with the previous days, but that's a lot of work, and I wasn't trying to, I don't know. It was just too much. It was too much for me. And then there were some things that were getting cut off. But here, where I'm cutting it down, I'm cutting it right after where I hole punched. So it's still a little bit too long. But the nice thing about the B6 Daily Magnet, which I was actually kind of annoyed with at first, is there's like a lot of space that's not a lot, but there's space that's not utilized. So on the right hand side, there's like some space where there's a line, like the edge of it, it has a line. I don't know. I don't, there's some open space. Okay. So I cut it down towards that line, and that actually fits pretty daggone good after you hole punch it, as you can see, or you will see. See, it fits so nicely in there. So I would have to go back and do all of those pages, and I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that at all. But yeah, so with me cutting it down where I was cutting it down at, I'm not missing any information. The only thing that I'm missing is the timeline that is on the left-hand side, but I don't use the timeline. I don't time block. I try time blocking and it's just not for me. I was thinking I was going to try it again with like micro journaling and time blocking, but I don't need it, especially after doing it this way. I don't really need it. So here I'm just trying to organize my planner and see exactly where I want to place everything at. But yeah, I'm very excited about this. Spoiler alert, I ended up doing February. Did I do February and March or just February? I think I did March as well. So I'm going to try these pages out in the quarter. I was just going to try to do them for a couple of weeks, but I couldn't sleep that night, so I decided I wanted to cut some pages and I wanted to move forward with having this sort of layout. So I'm just placing all of the B6 Daily Magnet pages in the back. So everything in the front, it's going to be like my inbox, my creative section, my home section, meals. So I'm going to go and check through those first, and then I can write them down in my daily pages. But yeah, I love it. I might round the corners, don't know, but yeah, I deconstructed a little bit of the book and I'm very pleased with it. So yeah, let me know what you think down below, and I will see you guys in the next one. All right, take care.